No, this is Sasha. Sasha was born here at the park 10 years ago. He's a male. He weighs about 450 pounds at this point. Now, we never ever go in with these guys, and that's exactly why Hope's using a feeding stick. These guys, just because they were born here in captivity, does not mean that they're our pets. These guys are total opposites. If we were to go in there with them, things would be totally different. If we were to put our hands in there with them, things would be totally different. We need our fingers and our hands in this career, so we don't even touch these animals. They're still very dangerous. There's a lot of respect that goes into working with these guys. And what Hope is feeding out here, it's a processed meat that's made specifically for zoo carnivores. It comes in a 5-pound block. And we're making it into little meatballs for training purposes. Sasha here gets about 10 pounds of meat a day. What she's doing there on his side, touching him with the other end of that target pole, is desensitizing him to touch. So now we do this every day, and one day out of the year we kind of vaccinate him using that. You know, obviously we don't use the end of the target stick, we use a pole syringe. But these are the little steps that we have to take to kind of train these animals to allow us to do what we do with them. Any questions?
How old is he?
He's 10 years old. And it's not uncommon for an animal like this to live past 20 years here in captivity. In the wild, an animal like this would be very lucky to live past 10.
How many cats do you have here at the zoo?
At the zoo here at Tiger Mountain, we have a total of 6 Siberian tigers. We have 2 males and 4 females. Those animals are not so you can see when he stands up, it's very impressive. He stands about 10 foot tall. And that gives us the opportunity to get a good look at his paws as well as to examine his stomach.
Has he fathered anyone?
No, not Sasha. We don't just breed these animals because we have pairs. There has to be a need for that offspring here in captivity. We're an accredited zoo, and it's our responsibility to manage these endangered animals according to the SSP, which is the Species Survival Plan program. So they tell us who to breed and when to breed.
Are all your, do you have any white Siberian tigers?
We don't have any white tigers. White tigers are actually Bengal tigers, and we don't really believe in the fact that they wouldn't be natural in the wild. They were derived from a female or a male, if I put correctly, that was brought over in the 50s. And they just inbred them, highly inbred animals, so we don't carry them here.
Where are the rest of the tigers?
We have 1 cat in the other exhibit. Now, tigers are solitary. We do have pairs that get along, but those that are not out on exhibit are in their holding areas and their exercise yards outside.
Can we see them, or they're
That's all for public. Do we ever train them to hunt? We do mimic. We use stuff that mimics hunting. We have different toys that we give them, but we really don't train them to hunt live animals. First of all, they don't really need to have that instinct. Second of all, they could get hurt. Third of all, one person might enjoy watching Sasha take 20 minutes to kill an animal. The person next to him might be totally disgusted by it. So we don't do that.
Does he
He just got a nice piece of chicken. What tickles to him is the end of the